The show you think you know, A Different World, started as a simple idea and almost failed, but what most fans never realized is how much was happening behind the scenes. It was meant to be a small spin-off, but from day one, it was full of creative fights, personal struggles, and bold changes. To grasp what made this show so special and what struggles shaped it, we must rewind to its origins. The Cosby Show was the biggest television hit of its time, setting the stage for a spin-off centered on Denise Huxtable, the second oldest daughter in the Huxtable family, as she left home to attend college at the fictional Hillman College, an HBCU, historically black college and university. But the first idea for the spin-off was actually very different. Early plans imagined a show about a white student experiencing life at a historically black college, an idea that evolved significantly, eventually settling on focusing on Denise and including a white roommate to maintain the cultural contrast. This roommate role was initially given to Marisa Tomei before the concept shifted again. The production started off in chaos. 4 pilot episodes and several scenes were scrapped due to poor quality, and the show nearly didn't premiere. The network brought in choreographer and actress Debbie Allen to revamp the series, who would completely turn its fortunes around. Despite the rocky start, the launch in 1987 placed the show in a primetime slot between The Cosby Show and Cheers, instantly attracting millions of viewers, but good ratings didn't equate to smooth sailing. Critics initially panned the show as dull and unrealistic, with the first season scoring just 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. The depiction of college life at Hillman was accused of being superficial. Students weren't shown attending classes or genuinely engaging in academic life, which made the setting feel inauthentic. Still, the audience was captivated. Trouble behind the scenes soon grew over the main star, Lisa Bonet, who played Denise Huxtable, when she and her husband, Lenny Kravitz, announced her real-life pregnancy after season 1. Producer Debbie Allen wanted to incorporate this into the storyline to create a powerful narrative about a pregnant college student. Bill Cosby disagreed strongly, refusing to allow Denise to be pregnant on the show because it clashed with the wholesome image of the Huxtable family he wanted to maintain. The result was Lisa Bonet's character being written out of the series entirely, a decision that cast a shadow over the production. The atmosphere behind the scenes became tense and unpleasant, especially for Bonet. Fellow cast member Jasmine Guy later revealed that producers often treated Lisa disrespectfully in front of the live studio audience and refused to moderate their behavior. Guy herself was so troubled by this treatment that she attempted to quit in protest but stayed after discussing her concerns with producers. Debbie Allen stepped in with a bold new vision for the show. She overhauled everything to bring real authenticity to the depiction of HBCU life. Allen was a Howard University alumna and used her own experiences to guide the rewrite of scripts, set design, and character development. The campus hangout spot, The Pit, was redesigned to look like a real college restaurant, with visible kitchen staff and more natural interactions. Under Allen's leadership, the cast also grew closer, and the show shifted from focusing on Denise to becoming a true ensemble series. Her focus on group dynamics brought characters like Whitley Gilbert, Jasmine Guy, and Dwayne Wayne, Kadeem Hardison, to center stage, eventually making their on-screen romance one of the most beloved relationships in TV history. The writing team, led by Allen, took unprecedented steps to ensure realism. They took yearly field trips to Atlanta to visit actual HBCUs such as Spelman and Morehouse College, conducting interviews with students and faculty, which inspired many storylines. Allen empowered the actors by inviting them to submit story ideas, some of which made it to episodes, making the cast feel truly invested. With Debbie Allen at the helm, A Different World transformed into a show unafraid to tackle serious social issues. It addressed racism, classism, domestic violence, date rape, apartheid, HIV, AIDS, and colorism, at a time when such topics were rarely covered on sitcoms. This blend of humor, romance, and hard-hitting themes gave the show depth and relevance, forging a cultural dialogue. Meanwhile, unseen to fans, the cast members formed close bonds and off-screen relationships that sometimes mirrored their on-screen chemistry. The romance between Kadeem Hardison, Dwayne, and Cree Summer, Freddie, was real and lasted several years during the show's height. They bonded over shared interests like motorcycles and comics before their relationship blossomed into love. Prior to dating Cree, Hardison was secretly smitten with Jasmine Guy, but the age difference and timing complicated things. Similarly, Daryl M., Belle Ron Johnson, and Tempest Bledsoe, Vanessa from The Cosby Show, developed a long-lasting relationship off-screen, revealing a softer side to the cast's dynamics. One of the show's most iconic moments came with the episode where Dwayne crashes Whitley's wedding to stop her from marrying another man. Both Hardison and Guy originally disliked the script, fearing it was unrealistic and damaging to their characters. During filming, Hardison froze on camera but improvised an emotional plea that turned the scene into a legendary TV moment, beloved by fans. The show's bravery often extended beyond storylines to battles with network executives and advertisers. An episode tackling the HIV/AIDS crisis encountered fierce opposition from sponsors who threatened to pull funding. Debbie Allen enlisted Whoopi Goldberg to guest star, lending star power that helped the episode air and achieve the highest ratings in the show's history. The cast's post-show lives also reveal hidden struggles and successes. Sinbad, Walter Oakes, left to become a stand-up comedy star but suffered a major stroke in 2020, leading to a painful recovery journey. Daryl M. Bell faced a difficult public family lawsuit over his father's estate while still acting. Dawn Lewis, who co-wrote the show's theme, spoke candidly about barriers faced by black actresses after her time on screen. Cree Summer quietly became one of the most successful voice actresses ever, lending her voice to over 100 characters in beloved shows such as Rugrats and Tiny Toon Adventures. Jasmine Guy and Kadeem Hardison continued to work steadily in TV and film, gaining respect as actors and activists. After 6 seasons, A Different World left a lasting imprint on television and culture. It played a major role in increasing interest and enrollment in real HBCUs across the nation by showcasing black college life with dignity and complexity. The series inspired a devoted fanbase that keeps its legacy alive decades later. In 2025, the legacy continues with a new sequel series beginning production in Atlanta. This fresh take will explore a new generation of students at Hillman College, centering on the youngest daughter of Dwayne Wayne and Whitley Gilbert. Cast members Kadeem Hardison and Jasmine Guy are returning to headline the reboot, bridging past and present. Through off-screen struggles, creative clashes, and revolutionary storytelling, A Different World rose from near failure to become a groundbreaking classic. The real story behind the show is one of resilience, authenticity, and fearless commitment to telling stories that mattered. Fans who thought they knew Hillman College soon learned that behind the laughter was a deep and unbreakable heart. From the inception of A Different World, the ambition was clear to showcase life at a historically black college with real depth and authenticity. But behind that ambition were many battles to bring the vision to life. The original pilot was completely different from what fans eventually saw. Early in development, the show was planned to star Denise Huxtable, but also introduce a white roommate to explore cultural contrasts experienced at HBCUs. The role was initially slated for future star Marisa Tomei, but as the creative direction shifted, so did casting choices and storylines. The chaotic start involved scrapping 4 pilot episodes and multiple rewrites, which required a last-minute overhaul. When the show premiered in September 1987, it was slotted between television titans The Cosby Show and Cheers, a prime placement that helped it win a large audience despite harsh initial reviews. Early critical reception was brutal, with many accusing the show of lacking realism. Viewers questioned why college students were rarely shown attending classes or engaging in serious academic work. Critics labeled the series as fluffy and superficial, assigning it a mere 11% rating on Rotten Tomatoes in its first season. But the audience connected with the characters and their relationships, keeping the show alive. Behind the scenes, tensions simmered over creative control and cast treatment. The departure of Lisa Bonet, who played Denise, marked a turning point. After announcing her real-life pregnancy, a storyline incorporating it was vetoed by Bill Cosby to protect the character's pure image, leading to Bonet's exit. The treatment she endured from producers was later described as disrespectful and hostile by fellow cast members. Debbie Allen's arrival signaled a new era. A Howard University graduate herself, Allen was determined to infuse the show with genuine HBCU culture and address issues often avoided by network television. She revamped sets, introduced realistic wardrobe styles, and incorporated morning workouts to bring energy and discipline. The series shifted focus to an ensemble cast, especially highlighting characters Whitley Gilbert, Jasmine Guy, and Dwayne Wayne, Kadeem Hardison. Their slow-building romance became a fan favorite and one of TV's iconic couples. Allen also took the writers on field trips to actual HBCUs, weaving real student experiences into episodes, making the show more authentic. A Different World became a trailblazer for socially conscious television. It bravely tackled topics such as racism, colorism, sexual assault, date rape, apartheid, and the AIDS epidemic. In 1991, the show faced sponsor backlash over an HIV/AIDS episode, but persevered by bringing in Whoopi Goldberg to guest star, ensuring the message reached a wide audience. Off-screen romances mirrored the show's passion. The real-life relationship between Kadeem Hardison and Cree Summer lasted several years and started from a genuine friendship rooted in shared hobbies. Other cast members also found love and friendship through the series, showcasing a bond that transcended the screen. One of the show's most memorable scenes, Dwayne interrupting Whitley's wedding, was controversial among the actors who felt it was unrealistic. However, the emotional improvisation during filming turned it into a defining TV moment. The cast went through personal struggles as well. Sinbad suffered a debilitating stroke in 2020 but continues to recover with family support. Daryl M. Bell faced legal challenges involving his family estate during the show's run, while Dawn Lewis spoke openly about industry obstacles faced by black actresses. Voice actress Cree Summer built a legendary career beyond the show, becoming a prolific presence in animated series. Meanwhile, Jasmine Guy and Kadeem Hardison sustained long, varied acting careers, branching into directing and activism. A Different World's influence is undeniable. It inspired increased enrollment at HBCUs and broadened representation on television. Fans continue celebrating its legacy through reunions and a 2025 sequel series centered on the next generation at Hillman College, keeping the spirit alive. If you enjoyed diving into the untold stories of A Different World, what moment from the show or its behind-the-scenes history surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your memories and reactions. And if you want more deep dives into the hidden histories of your favorite shows, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss the next story.